Wednesday, May the 4th. I'm Pastor Mark Tice, and this is your wake-up call. Well, this week we've been looking at mothers in the scripture, moms, mom figures. And in light of Mother's Day coming up, I figured it would be needful for me just to take a few days and do devotions on some notable mothers in the Bible. And there are many. There's no way I can get them all this week. But hopefully I can spark your interest enough to get you in there digging around looking for these great examples of motherhood in the Bible. This morning we're going to be in Matthew chapter 15, and we're going to look at a woman that just wouldn't give up. She just wouldn't quit on behalf of her daughter. Now, oftentimes, especially in today's society, we are at the point of giving up. We give up. We say we don't know what to do, and we give up. We walk away and we throw our hands up in the air and we say, I'm done. I can't deal with it anymore. And this woman in the book of Mark, she's called the Syrophoenician woman. In the book of Matthew, chapter 15, just says a woman from Canaan. She comes to Jesus. Now, this is an important part, and I don't want to say a pivotal part of Jesus' ministry, but it was a very important part of Jesus' ministry in that this action that's about to take place right here extended his work from the children of Israel or the nation of Israel to other people or to the Gentiles. And that's what you and I would be today. If you can't trace your lineage back to one of the 12 tribes and you're 100% there, then you would be a Gentile. And so as she comes to him, I want to read this to you in verse 22 of Matthew 15. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. And he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us. They said, she's not going to give up. He said, just tell her to get out of here. And in verse 24 it says, But he answered. Now Jesus answered his disciples and said, and she was sitting there, he was talking to her as well. And he said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Then came she and worshipped, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to the dogs. And she said, Truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fell from the master's table. Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. Now her daughter was vexed with the devil, and grievously, the scriptures record, grievously vexed. And so she had come to Jesus on behalf of her daughter, and she said, I need you to help my daughter. And Jesus looked at her and said, I've come for this group of people. And she persisted on. And this is what we want to highlight or show you this morning is her persistence. Now, we understand John 3:16, and we understand as we read through the Gospels that Christ came for those that would believe. And he was making a point here, and he was showing his disciples something. And they stood back, and as they were watching this woman begged him. And she was persistent, and she was not going to stop on behalf of her child. And Jesus said, but it's not meat for me. It's not good for me to do this. He said, this is not what I'm here for. And she said, but even dogs eat from the crumbs of the master's, eat the crumbs from the master's table. And he's seen her faith and her persistence. And, today we as parents, if you're a parent, you're going to have to be persistent on behalf of your children. Many of you have young children. Many of you have grown children, and no matter what stage of life they're in, no matter what they're going through, you need to be persistent on behalf of your children. I'm thankful for these godly mothers that just didn't quit in the scriptures, and there have been millions more throughout history, and they're recorded in books. And may you be one of them. May you be one of them that just will not quit. You're not going to stop. You're going to go to the Lord on behalf of your children. We've got a mess today. Let's just be honest. And I don't mean to be gloomy first thing in the morning, but we have a mess today. Our our country's headed in a mess and our world's headed in a mess, but it doesn't mean we have to give up. And that starts at home. So let's be persistent. And you mothers, I'm thankful for persistent mothers that love their children and will go to the Lord on behalf of their children no matter what and pray for their children. And so let's be faithful to the Lord on behalf of our children. Hey, I hope that you have a great day. And I hope that as you go back, maybe read Matthew 15 and be encouraged. You say, well, I'm not deserving of this. Well, hey, even dogs get crumbs from the table. Listen, if you're a child of God, you are. Let's go to the throne on behalf of our children and let's lift them up before the Lord. Ladies, thank you. Thank you, all your moms and your mother figures out there that have labored so many hours in prayer for your children. And we appreciate you and we love you. I hope that you have a great day. I pray that you have a blessed Wednesday. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.